Okay, let's go.
Joining us right now, we were talking about Jim Nantz stepping away and being replaced by Ian Eagle. We were talking about announcers over the years. I told you about my love for Gus Johnson, but also whether it's a Vern Lundquist or Dick Enberg, just people that are born with a talent or people that have worked on their talent or a combination that you can plug and play. Like a Mike Shanahan Bronco running back. You can plug and play, and they're going to excel. Our next guest, one of those folks for sure. He is the play-by-play voice, TV-wise, for your Sacramento Kings. And, oh, my gosh, that's just one of the many things on his resume. Mark Jones. Mark, it's David Jason. Good morning, sir.
Hey, guys. How you doing, man?
Great.
Thanks for that lovely intro. I appreciate it. Yeah.
How's the hair? How's the haircut?
Yeah, high and tight, baby. Had to bring it back. My barber saw me on TV. He's like, "What are you doing to me? You're killing me." I said, "I'll be right in. I'm out here at another Look Salon out in Sacramento. Just came out of the chair, and the barbershop sessions are more than just a haircut, guys. It's sitting down on the couch with your therapist. It's talking about sports. It's talking about the Kings and what their prospects look like for the year. So." Yeah, it was a nice cathartic experience in haircut.
So what's the most popular question you get, Mark? Because they know you do the Kings game. So are they going, what's going on? What do you get most about the Kings when you're asked?
It's just, you know what? It's funny. Like the Kings fans and the guys, like they're reflective of the people in the barbershop here. They're so nuanced in the history and basketball. So they're like, hey, listen, Mark, we're 0-3, but we look pretty good, right? I'm like, yeah. Yeah, I mean, lost 3 games by a total of 14 points, and played some pretty good squads. So, I think it's more about the process of playing good basketball. For now, you can't give away too many games, but that's it. Like they want affirmation that things are on the right track at the barbershop, just like they are at Golden One Center.
Just like they are on Sactown Sports 1140 with guys like me who want that affirmation because the roller coaster is up and down. We as Kings fans are, and I say we. There's no journalism here, Mark. You know that. I've been through the ringer. But the Kings have played teams that are combined 8-2. The one game that we actually quote thought they'd win is against. Said they've been in every game. So for you specifically, what are you hanging your hat on? Your positivity hat from the first 3 games, and really one game you've called, but I know you watch all 3.
Right. Yeah, I saw 3. Called the one in San Francisco. I think I'm going to hang my hat, Dave, on the fact that they're sticking with what their identity is going to be. And, I look at the head of the snake, DeAaron Fox, said this yesterday that, I love the way that not only just scoring the ball, but defensively, he's leading the charge. And I'm looking at his ball pressure. I'm looking at the way he's fighting over screens. He's not giving up on plays. If you look at the number of times he and Mike Brown have had, little courtside conversations during the course of a game, I'm looking at just how they're functioning from quarter to quarter. And, the results are good so far. I think that, this team's going to have to make a leap defensively up to about the probably like 20 and up.
Yeah.
And should they do that, I think we'll be good defensively.
Mark, one of the things too that about the defensive end that they're really making a point of emphasis, as you said, with Coach Brown. But what we've seen them is maybe a little more effort, a little more intensity, a little more focus on that end. But right now they're defending with fouling. How do they take that next step of defending without fouling so much?
Yeah, that's the tough part. And I think it's just, being able to take in what Mike is telling them. And it's going to be on Mike at some point to find the right guys who are going to guard without fouling. It's going to look a little ugly and painful like it was on Sunday night, giving up, 88 points in the first half. That's Golden State. I don't think we're going to see a lot more of those. I think if we do, we're in trouble, but I really don't think that we are. It's being able to find the right matchups, find out who can guard whom. And I think this team is going to do it, guys. I really do. I just, innately have a feel that Mike Brown knows what he's doing at the defensive end of the floor. I think we need to get a little better at the 5 spot defensively.
Yeah.
I think when that happens, I think we'll be fine. I really do.
I hope you're right. Yes, Mark Jones joins us. I really do, because you talk about Mike Brown and him knowing what he's doing, and you hear Warrior players talk about him with such reverence and how great he was over there. I look at Will Hardy and the Utah Jazz, who I think are the story of the year so far. They actually, their first loss comes to the Rockets of all teams last night. But you have a new coach. You've lost so many stars, and they somehow managed to have arguably the 3 most quality wins in the NBA to start the year. There seems to be buy-in there with Mike Brown and what he's trying to institute. How important is eventually, well, of course it is, but how much does Mike Brown, do you think, need the Kings to start winning to keep that buy-in that you're seeing going?
Yeah, I think the buy-in is more important than the actual number of wins for now. Mm-hmm. I'll give you that caveat because, I look at, NBA players are like kids and like dogs. You can't fool them, right? So, Mike comes in with a resume, guys. I mean, won championships, 4-time champion, won a bunch with Golden State, one with San Antonio. He's got a winning resume, and that gives him a lot of automatic clout. And then the way that he's being able to, institute accountability on the team at the defensive end, I think it's working. And I think the buy-in is there, even though we're not seeing the results yet. So we might see a scenario this year, and I talked about this on Sunday, where, like New Orleans, it might take a little while. New Orleans last year started, 1-11, 2-16, whatever it was, and ended up making the play-in and going into the first round of the playoffs and challenging a Phoenix team. It might take a little time to get traction in terms of results. They could be playing good basketball and doing the right things and giving the buy-in and still not win games. So I'm not sure how long that's going to last. At some point, they've got to turn the corner. You just hope and pray that it's not too late. But, all the indicators I think are there in terms of effort. I mean, look at the game on Sunday night. I mean, they could have easily let go of the rope, but they came back and if Monk doesn't miss that 3, then it might be a different result at the end. But there was that timely 3 that just didn't fall, and that's just part of basketball.
Mark, it's been brief. We've seen him so far, but the rookie Keegan Murray looks so NBA ready, looks so poised. What do you think when you watch him?
I love it, man. It gives me, Chris Middleton vibes with the pace, Joe Johnson vibes with the offensive skill. I don't think it'll be long before we see him in the starting lineup, although I'm not being critical of the plan to bring him off the bench. I love the fact that he can get the majority of jacks and shots on the second unit when he comes in there, and playing him with another starter if need be at some point. But I love what he's been able to do guarding people at the defensive end. Against Paul George a few nights ago, he did a decent job. Against the Lakers in the preseason, he did a decent job. And against LeBron, he doesn't seem daunted by the moment. And, off-ball help, I think he's a good team defender. I think he sees the floor when they go boxes and elbows defensively. I don't think it's a stretch to think that he'll be in the running should the Kings win enough games that he'd get some consideration for Rookie of the Year.
Here's your TV play-by-play voice, along with our good friend Kyle Draper as well. You can catch him calling hopefully a lot more Kings wins, along with Katie Christensen. Mark, we appreciate it. We know how busy you are. We appreciate the haircut. We will look for that the next time we see your face. And have a good one, buddy.
Yeah. After college football, I'm not quite getting down to Florida State, your favorite team, Dave, but I got UCF against Cincinnati this weekend. Oh. So I'll be back with a little bit of a Florida tan. Don't be
afraid to ask for a Sac State Hornets.
That's right.
At some point.
Hey, I saw what they did the other day on ESPN too, man. Yeah, I'm causing a ruckus. I love it.
Yes,
I love it.
Good luck. Travel safe, my friend.
Guys, let's pray for the last 3 to 5 minutes of the next few games that we get some dubs with the Kings.
Yes.
That's really what it should.
That's right.
They just got to learn how to win. They just got to learn how to win.
Yes, sir. Your lips to Larry O'Brien's ears, man. Thank you.